26% of people are buying unhealthy food because of prices, and people can't afford a midlife crisis now. Today, I read an article on foxbusiness.com written by Nicholas Lanham titled, "More than a quarter of Americans admit to skipping meals due to skyrocketing grocery costs," report. The author referenced a study conducted by Qualtrics on behalf of Intuit Credit Karma, which revealed that 80% of Americans say they have felt a notable increase in grocery costs in recent years. I'm going to stop right here for a moment. I don't think we need a survey to tell us this. Almost all Americans have experienced sticker shock at the grocery store, in my opinion. The author went on to say more than a quarter of respondents said the increased cost has led them to occasionally skip meals, while about 1/3 said they spend more than 60% of their monthly income on mandatory expenses such as food, utilities, and rent. Please understand, this is just a survey, so these results may not be generalizable to the entire population in our country. With that said, I'll share my thoughts. It is sad that Americans are skipping meals due to the high price of food. This is America, one of the greatest countries in the world, with one of the mightiest militaries in the world. Yet, we have people skipping meals because of their personal financial situation. This is truly sad. I hope some politicians are watching this video and paying careful attention to what I am talking about. Now, some people might just encourage folks with food insecurity to visit a local food bank. Well, I've read countless articles in the past about food banks that ran out of food in record time because so many people are lined up in their cars at these facilities. I want to share my thoughts about the 1/3 of survey respondents who are spending more than 60% of their monthly income on food, utilities, and rent. This troubles me because I am sure a lot of these people are unable to make any retirement contributions if their budget is this tight. This could be very problematic for them down the road, and it could be problematic for us as a nation in the future. Many financial experts say we have a retirement crisis in America right now. Think about how much worse this could be in the future for all of these people who are not able to save for retirement because they are just trying to afford food, utilities, and rent. With some exceptions, gone are the days of lifetime pensions. If you don't save for retirement, you may need to survive just on Social Security. In my opinion, this is not a good plan. Social Security was never designed to replace all of your pre-retirement income. Unfortunately, many Americans are trying to do this. Some are on YouTube bragging about how great it's going. Getting back to the article, the author said grocery prices have risen 25% since the start of the pandemic in early 2020. This is according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. The author referenced the survey once again, which revealed 44% of respondents felt financially unstable, and the feeling was strongest among households making less than $50,000. Here are my thoughts. It bothers me that grocery prices have risen 25% because some manufacturers have been price gouging consumers. There is definitely some greedflation and shrinkflation going on in America. It is terrible that 44% of the survey respondents felt financially unstable. This type of financial stress is not good for your health, and it is not good for relationships either. I'm sure some children watch their parents stressing about money, and that probably impacts them as well. If I were in a situation where I felt financially unstable, I would be taking a hard look at all aspects of my life. I'd look for ways to cut costs, and I'd look for ways to increase my income. If I had to get a second job, I would do that as well. I'd rather do this than lose sleep at night over financial stress. I'd also rather do this than go into credit card debt or buy now, pay later loan debt to pay for groceries. While that may seem like the easy way to deal with the situation, it is just kicking the can down the road. Eventually, that debt could spiral out of control. I'm going to share with you the saddest part of this story. The author said 26% of respondents said they purchased unhealthy foods for themselves or their families because of pricing. Here's what really bothers me about this. There are some experts out there who say food is medicine, or you are what you eat. What you put in your body can impact your health. With the high cost of medical care, people need to keep their body in good health, in my opinion. Rather than purchase unhealthy food to save money, I would do some research to find ways to purchase healthy food in bulk. A balanced diet with good food is important. What do you think about all of this? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. There's something other than food that is out of reach for Americans. I read an article on Yahoo Finance put out by MoneyWise and written by Sabina Wex titled Financially Impossible: Why a Midlife Crisis is Now Out of Reach for Many Americans. The author referenced a writer and producer named Emil Niazi who said she and her fellow millennials can't afford a midlife crisis. This writer said in the movies and on TV when she was growing up, a midlife crisis was born out of a complacent sense of security. She said now there is a crisis because lives are unchanged from where they were at age 30 or even age 20. She said it's a distinct lack of comfort and resources. I think this author hit the nail on the head. Many people have been spinning their wheels for years or even decades. Some are working harder than ever and not getting ahead, especially now because of record inflation. I completely understand why older people are frustrated that their quality of life is not improving as they get older. Fortunately, some Americans invested in assets that have risen with inflation, and they are doing just fine. This, unfortunately, is not the case for countless people in our country. Many are being crushed by inflation, and their purchasing power has eroded in recent years. Based on what I read in this story, countless Americans are not going to be going out and purchasing a new Corvette when they have a midlife crisis. I have a friend who did this recently. He dropped $120,000 on a new Corvette. He can afford it though, but I think the excitement from that new Corvette will be short-lived. He'll get bored with it and he'll have less money socked away for the future. Maybe buying expensive stuff like this when you have a midlife crisis is overrated anyway. If I had a midlife crisis, I wouldn't buy a new Corvette, even though I can afford one. I'd rather do some things to benefit humanity and bring joy to the lives of others. There are so many people in this world that could really use our help. What do you think about all of this? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Please keep in mind that everything in this video is for entertainment purposes only, and nothing in this video is financial advice or advice of any kind. If you need advice, seek advice from a qualified professional in good standing who puts your interests first and foremost. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel. Please also consider sharing this video with your friends. I want to extend a special thanks to everyone who has subscribed to this channel. I want to also thank all of my channel members. If you would like to become a channel member, there is a link in the description beneath this video. You can read more about the different membership levels. Please also check out some of the great books that I suggest you consider reading in the description below. I've included Amazon affiliate links to these books. As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases. Stay healthy and wealthy. I'll see everyone in the next video.